Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create or update Brevo contacts on Stripe payment. So in this case I want whenever a payment is received in my Stripe account, automatically a contact should be created or updated in my Brevo account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect our trigger and our action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Stripe and our action application will be Brevo. To learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create or update any contact in Brevo on a Stripe payment. So here to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. Here you can see the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. If you are a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to connect my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So here you can see the dashboard of Pabbly Connect where you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. In this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. Here I'm giving the name as create or update contact in Brevo on Stripe payment. And now I'm going to select my folder as contacts. You can select your folder as per your need. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create. Here in this workflow window, you can see two most important principles of an automation process that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now to begin with our automation, let's set up our trigger. Here I'm going to select my trigger application as Stripe and my trigger event as checkout completed. So here I have selected my trigger event as checkout complete because I want whenever a payment is made on my Stripe, automatically it should be added as a contact in my Brevo. So now here you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Stripe account with Pabbly Connect. So as per the instructions given below, we are going to set up our integration. So following instruction, I have signed in my Stripe account. Here I am going to click on this developers and from here I am going to select webhooks. And here to add a new webhook, I am going to click on this add endpoint. Now from Pabbly, I am going to copy this webhook URL. And going back to my Stripe account, here I am going to paste my URL. So here I have pasted the URL. Now moving forward, here the description is optional, so I am not going to fill it. If you want to fill a description, then you can do it as per your need. Now moving forward, here I am going to select events on your account. And now for the version, here I am going to select latest API version. Moving forward, here I will click on this select events and now I'm going to search for checkout session completed. So here I have selected this checkout session completed and now I'm going to click on add events. Now after selecting this, I'm going to click on this add endpoint. Now after setting up the webhook, let's move back to Pabbly. And here in the last point, you can see it says click on the capture webhook response button below. It will change to waiting for webhook response and execute the selected event in Stripe so that the webhook response can be captured here. So here to do a test submission, I'm going to do a test payment and for that let me take you to my payment page. And this is my test payment page where I have entered all the details and now I'm going to do a test payment. So here I've entered contact information, first name, last name, card information, card holder name and billing address. And now I'm going to click on this pay. So here you can see we have made a successful payment. So now let's move back to Pabbly to check the response. So here in Pabbly, you can see we have received a successful response where we have received so many information. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now moving to our action step, here I'm going to choose my action application as Brevo and my action event as create or update a contact. And now to connect my Brevo with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on add new connection. If your Brevo account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. Here to build a new connection, I have to enter an API key. So for that, let me take you to my Brevo account. So here I have already signed in my Brevo account. And to get an API key, I'm going to click on this connect. And from there, I'm going to select SMTP and API. Here I'm going to select API keys. And from here, I'm going to generate a new API key. Give a random name to your API key. Here I am giving the name as connection. Now I am going to click on this generate. And our API key has been generated successfully. Now I am going to copy this And moving back to Pabbly, here I will paste my API key. So now to build a connection, I'm going to click on this save. So in this email field, I'm going to map my data. So here mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I will map the data from the response I have received in my Stripe account. So here I'm going to search for email. Select your email. Now moving forward, it says, do you want to use email blacklisted? So here I'm going to select false. And next it says, do you want to use SMS blacklisted? So here also I'm going to select false. So now in this list, I'm going to select the list I have created because I want all the contacts which are created through Stripe payment should be added in this list. You can create your list as per your need. Now moving forward, in update enabled, we will select true. And now next is SMTP blacklist sender. That is not a required field, so we are going to leave that. Now moving forward, here I'm going to map the last name, first name, SMS. Now here I'm going to map last name. So for the last name, I'm going to search for the last name I have entered in my response. Here I'm going to select data object custom fields 1 text value user. And same for the first name. Here I'm going to search for the first name I have entered in my response. And now moving forward, I don't want any of the fields. So here I'm going to leave them blank. If you want to enter the details, then you can do it as per your need. Now moving forward, here I'm going to click on this save and send test request. So here you can see we have received a successful response. So now let's go to our Brevo and check our contacts. So here in Brevo, I have selected my list and you can see here we have created a new contact with first name demo, last name user. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. So now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we are going to do another test payment. So for that, I'm going to take you back to my Stripe payment page. Here I have entered another dummy data with the first name as test and last name as lead. Now I'm going to click on this pay. And you can see we have made a successful payment again. So now let's go to our Brevo to check the new contact. So here in this contacts, you can see we have created another contact where first name is test and last name is lead. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. So let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Stripe and our action as Brevo. Because I want whenever a Stripe payment is made, automatically it should be created as a contact in my Brevo. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can contact us on our website, that is www.pabbly.com. If you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.